for life.
Good morning. It is Patreon Tuesday, March 10th, 2026. The entire broadcast is a news entertainment broadcast for veterans, first responders, and all blue collar Americans. This show is, of course, brought to you by GhostBed. Go to ghostbed.com/antihero. Save 10% on their already ridiculously low prices, pillowcases, mattress toppers, cooling patented technology sheets. Their award-winning mattresses. It is getting warm out now. Winter is over. We are in spring. Get those cooling patented technology sheets. I guarantee you will not be disappointed. If you got to replace anything in the bedroom, go to ghostbed.com/antihero. You'll save 10% and it'll tell them that we sent you. And of course, Elevated Silence. Go to elevatedsilence.com. Use promo code ANTIHERO15 to save 15% on your suppressor. Everything from 22s to 50 cals. Exercise your Second Amendment right. It is not a hard process, and Jim will walk you through it. ElevatedSilence.com. Use promo code ANTIHERO15. Save 15%. And Justice X, we will be going to Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, April 21st through the 24th. Is a law enforcement training conference. They've got everything from communication to auto theft to case law, leadership, intel, parcel training, trafficking, undercover operations, retail theft, canine deployment, proactive policing, consensual encounters, and critical incidents, all being covered in 3.5 days in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, hosted by the Justice Academy and Kenny Williams, and it is only $99 for all of that. $99. So we will be there. We will be doing the broadcast live every day from the Justice X. If you want to get some good law enforcement training, you want to come hang out with us, we will be there, Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, April 21st through the 24th.
And I got breaking news on that.
Not going.
Clint and his brother-in-law are coming.
Nice.
Meet Clint. I think they're staying the whole trip.
Really?
So you're talking about, yeah, not just a day. We're gonna be hanging out with the boys every night. We got the 99%ers are gonna be there in full effect. So if you can get to Myrtle Beach from the 20th through the 23rd of April, it's gonna be a good time. Broadcasting, hanging out, doing the cool stuff with the cool boys. No drama, no nothing.
We know it's hard getting classes covered by your agency. Kenny knows that too, especially classes maybe no one's ever heard of, and especially private classes, especially after the street cop training incident that took place a couple years ago and bled into today. Law enforcement agencies are very, very, very timid in approving training from private organizations that they don't know or have vetted. That's why it's only $99. If you can get $99 together and come to Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, bring the family, bring the kids. It's at the beach. It's gonna be beautiful weather in April.
The hotel is reasonable. If you come with another partner, I think you're talking $250 each for 3 nights. If you stay the fourth night, it's like $300 each plus a $99 class for hanging out with the boys, getting all that training. Even if you're just coming to hang out, I think that hotel's like $500, man, for 3 nights, which is not terrible. So get to training. And somebody asked if you can come as a non-law enforcement. I don't know how that works, but you can come fucking hang out, man. You come out, sit at the pool. We're gonna be broadcasting inside, so you can.
Yep. If you pay for tickets, you pay for tickets. As far as I know, there is nothing stating that you have to be a law enforcement officer.
Easy. All Atlanta trap boys will be there learning all the time.
Yeah, I should. I'm gonna text Kenny about that right now.
I mean, there's definitely to come hang out. You don't have to because you don't have to be. But to attend the class, I would imagine they probably want some law enforcement background, but nothing says you can't come stay 2 nights and a couple nights and hang out with the boys for sure.
That being said, it is Patreon Tuesday. Don't forget to join our Patreon as we will be leaving this one after an hour and at noon heading over to the Patreon only broadcast. We'll let it all
details, some juicy things, questions to answer. People are asking.
Kenny, don't say anything racist.
Never do.
Okay. You are live, by the way.
Interesting. So we'll keep it very first responder oriented.
Okay.
But, if your spouse wanted to come, that would be fine. You know what I mean? things along those lines.
Okay. Yeah, we just got some fans, some supporters. They're coming and they're like, they thought it'd be cool to go, but Mike brought up the good point that we don't want all Myrtle Beach fucking drug dealers there learning the tricks of the trade. So it might actually be some kind of law enforcement credential needed to go.
Yeah, pretty much, unless it's like.
I hear what you're saying. That makes sense. All right, buddy. Better. Okay. Well, there you have it.
Just
Mike.
AI.
I'm sitting there inviting everybody.
No, just AI a police agency ID. So you work for fucking at the Anti-Hero Police Department. Get
I
yourself a
work
badge.
for the Indian Reservation Police Department. They can't question that. So, all right, I'll tell you what, though, we are
MP would count. Military law enforcement. MPs count. If you're in military police active, you're a cop.
We are going to do something probably that Wednesday night. I think we're really trying to do the night shift at like a pub or something where we can go out, and if anybody's in the South Carolina area wants to just come for one night, I just have to look at a map, and the hardest thing about all this is finding something geographically close and then working my way out to find the right place. We don't want to book a place that's in Myrtle Beach, but it's like 40 minutes, away. So
I got the group of guys that I've met. They bought the Jerry stuff, and there's actually Myrtle Beach PD has Jerry's fucking picture hanging in the locker room. I'll reach out to those guys and see if they have any idea. They do. I'll reach out if they have any ideas as far as like a pub, something. I mean, we're gonna be hanging out anyway, so you're gonna get, if you guys come, Clint, all those guys that are coming, we're gonna have to work during the day, do our broadcast, do our stuff, but those nights we're not just gonna be fucking tied up in the room. We'll be hanging around, but we want to do an official night shift broadcast somewhere as well. So that's what we're talking about.
I mean, worst case scenario, me and Mike will do it from our hotel room, but we're trying not to do that. We're trying to,
or a lobby or somewhere.
But yeah, so don't forget to join our Patreon. Lots of exciting things, lots of drama, lots of stuff that we're just keeping in house because it doesn't need to go on the internet. And that will be the next hour at noon. So we're gonna cover some other things though. One of the first things that I want to cover that I do not have open is Mamdani. It was shared by Officer Tatum. So we're going to go and look at his post just because that's the first one I saw. I really wish it would cooperate. There we go. Just got to add the screen. I'm still faster than Lewis, guys. So
yeah, and you're paying attention, which is good.
Yeah. All right, here we go. So it reads, Mamdani focuses on white supremacy in New York City bombing in response, omitting radical Islam as an attack inspiration. I'll be the first one to call it. This seems a little clickbaity to the right. I read this and I was like, oh, that doesn't surprise me. That doesn't surprise me about Mamdani. And then I started listening to his speech. I'll preface it for you. My opinion, he calls it what it is on both sides, and then he does what he should have been doing all along. He backs the blue, Mike. So let's take a look.
No.
This was a vile protest rooted in white supremacy entitled Stop the Islamic Takeover of New York City. I'm the first Muslim mayor of our city. Anti-Muslim bigotry is nothing new to me, nor is it anything new for the 1 million or so Muslim New Yorkers who know this city as our home. While I found this protest appalling, I will not waver in my belief that it should be allowed to happen. Ours is a free society where the right to peaceful protest is sacred. It does not belong only to those we agree with. It belongs to everyone.
All right. So far, what do you think about that, Mike?
I mean, it's normal. Nothing crazy.
I mean, right? You agree with him, right? I would agree with him.
Yeah. I mean, that whole 9/11 thing kind of didn't help Muslims much. So I would say there's some problems there.
There's
so
that.
that whole day didn't really help.
But I mean, if you ask for something fair, I think that's pretty fair.
Yeah, that's not. I mean, yeah, so far.
All right. Let's continue.
I will defend that right every day that I am mayor, even when those protesting say things that I abhor. Let me also be clear about something else. New York City will never tolerate violence, whether from protests or counter-protests. Many of the counter-protesters met this display of bigotry peacefully, with a vision of a city that is welcoming to all. But a few of us were home at the time. A few did
This
not.
was a vile
Two
protest
men,
rooted in
Amir-
white supremacy entitled Stop the Islamic Takeover of New York City. I'm the first Muslim mayor.
Hold on.
There's something going on.
Hold on, let me
Where's
do it.
Lewis?
I know, I just need somebody to blame. All right, here we go. We're doing it again.
Did not. Two men, Amir Balat and Ibrahim Kayumi, traveled from Pennsylvania and attempted to bring violence to New York City. They are suspected of coming here to commit an act of terrorism. There is video of these two individuals throwing two devices towards the protest. The police department has determined that these were improvised explosive devices made to injure, maim, or worse. Thanks to the swift and decisive actions of NYPD officers at the scene, both men were immediately taken into custody, and the devices they brought taken off of our streets. I want to commend the officers who were on site. A few did not.
So he's essentially saying, what's so I can close it out. I want to read this.
Two men, Amir Balat and Ibrahim Kayumi, traveled from Pennsylvania.
I don't know why it's doing that.
Bus. A few
All right, there
did
we go.
not. Two men, Amir Balat and Ibrahim Kayumi, traveled from Pennsylvania and attempted to bring violence.
There you go.
Okay.
First
Mayor, this is a tweet from Mayor Mamdani. Yesterday, white supremacist Jake Lang organized a protest outside Gracie Mansion rooted in bigotry and racism. Such hate has no place in New York City, isn't an affront in our city's values and unity that defines who we are. What followed was most disturbing. So he is acknowledging that it is not any less disturbing than Jake Lang's white supremacy protest. What followed was even more disturbing. Violence at a protest is never acceptable. The attempt to use an explosive device and hurt others is not only criminal, it's reprehensible and the antithesis of who we are. I hate spelling out loud. I'm like,
skip it.
Anyways, I want to thank the brave men and women of the NYPD who acted quickly to keep New Yorkers safe. Our officers ran towards danger without hesitation, demonstrating once again the courage and dedication it takes to protect the city every single day.
This is
What
a
do you think about
layup.
that?
This is a layup.
It is.
But this is a layup. This is like, what do I say without pissing everybody off? This is an easy one. This is like, you know, every time the cops shoot somebody, it's a problem. It's a problem. Then you have a guy with like a fucking bazooka and he's aimed it at 30 children and they shoot him and they're like, oh, these guys did a great job. It's a layup. Like, it's a layup. He doesn't support the cops in the ones that are close or the ones that we've seen with the guy with the knife. He visits the guy with the knife instead of the cops. There's a layup. So it's like this guy is immediately thrust in front of the media because he's a mayor of the, you know, New York, the city. If you think America, you think New York. He's a Muslim, and can you not protest against Muslims? Is that bigotry? Just because you don't like it? Like, if I don't like Christians, Don Lemon can go in and shut down a Christian church and protest against Christians. Nobody calls Don Lemon a racist or anything, but you know, then you protest against Muslims. It's like it's bigotry. It's all these fancy words. So double standard a little bit there. You should be able to protest. He says about anything. Peacefully. I'm bringing a pig. What, a cooked pig? That doesn't hurt anybody. But it doesn't hurt anybody. Man, fucking fed everybody, right? Feeds everybody. He's homeless. Feed the homeless. But this is a layup. I don't like the guy. I never will. Socialism and anti-police is never going to fly. And this is just an easy one, man. It's an easy one to take the side of the police. I want to see him take the side of the police in a very close one that's like, yeah, it doesn't look great, but it's what we should have done. I want to see that.
It's what we want. It's a start, is it not?
No, it's a fucking publicity stunt.
I thought we wanted him to publicly
do throwing the IEDs around. You do. Come on, man. You can't possibly not support the police when a guy is throwing IEDs around the street. Like it's easy. It's easy one. There, you know, when he gets on there on a controversial one, when it's then I'll be like, okay, you're right. He's
All right.
garbage.
Seems like
He's garbage.
the crowd agrees with you. I'm just trying to think. I'm just trying to think openly. That's what we all of us fucking right wingers want, right? We want him to say these things, and he does, and we're like, well, that's not good enough.
I want him to be fair. No, I want him to be fair. This is fair weather. This is easy. This is an easy one. When there's a hard one and New York is mad and people are upset, is he going to walk out on there and go, everybody stop being upset, the cops did the right thing?
The problem is that people aren't in New York aren't upset about things that are 50-50, like that stabbing and the police shoot. They're not upset that he doesn't support the police. They're upset about a terrorist attack, and I think he knows that. I think any city, especially look at what happened in Boston like 10 or 12 years ago.
Yeah. So it's a
like that route that brought the city together. So there's a pride thing, and when a terrorist attack is on a city, I think he's smart enough to know that I can't pull my Muslim card when the entire city of New York's pissed off. They're pissed off at Muslims, right? They're pissed off at Muslims for this. And then all of a sudden you get that little feeling of 9/11 again. You're like, oh. And so he knows that, and he's smart. So, he threw in his little bigotry, even though I don't agree with it, it's like you said, it's free speech. It doesn't need to be labeled as such unless it's not free speech. I think it's free speech.
If you don't violently protest, you can't tell somebody what they can and cannot support. That if you're going to go right down the line of that, if the First Amendment applies and you can be against and you can peacefully protest, whatever you're protesting peacefully shouldn't matter. Do I agree with all of it? No, absolutely not. I don't agree with a lot of things that people protest, but there's no reason to highlight that in conjunction with a terrorist attack. Like he almost like I said, it's like let me get this out of here, and then let me back it up with, I support the police that stopped the terror. Well, of course you fucking do. Did you want thousands of people to die? Like, of course you didn't. So you have to support them. So to me, it's a layup. I want to see one of those, what was it, dude that choked a guy out on the fucking subway and got indicted and beat it. But I want to see one of those. And Mamdani goes, yeah, that guy on the subway deserved what he got. Like, I want to see that one. When he says something like that, when he does something like that, then I'm in. But until he handles a hard one, it's just like being a cop. A cop that works in an easy area, never gets in their hands dirty. I'm a cop that walks around in a uniform. It's like, yeah, I want to see somebody punch in your fucking mouth, or I want to see you go do some police work. And then when you come back from that, then we'll talk. But I don't know, man.
Somebody did bring up a really good point. They said, and I laughed. I can't find it now, but someone says Tyler reminds me of Lloyd from Dumb and Dumber there it is. What he's trying. The
Tyler
it was.
Look what I got to deal with, man. I got my wife. I walk out of the room and my wife's like, she got a list already written down. She's like, you stupid idiot. You said a word doesn't even mean anything. She's like, what was it? She's like, what you were trying to say is this. You used a word that doesn't even mean it. I'm like, yeah, that's all right. Everybody else knew what I meant.
What I want to do is highlight this. Although I know we could easily very turn around and be like, well, he's just doing his job. He's just doing his job. He has to do this. That's very true. But I think this image speaks volumes about police work. He is a chief. I don't really know what a chief is in the NYPD. I'm assuming it's like a district, like he's got a bunch of precincts under him, maybe. But it's a photo of him jumping the gate to go run after a guy with a bomb.
You know what's cool about it, though? You know what's coolest about it? If I told you that was taken yesterday, or if I told you that was taken in the 60s, you can't tell the difference.
Yeah,
that's a cool picture. That's a really cool picture that, like, it just sets like a tone in and of itself. Like, that picture could be 40
That reminds
years
me of old school NYPD. Like, that dude's jumping a gate to beat your ass.
Yep, that's what it reminds me of. Like, that is a cool picture. That could be the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, tomorrow, yesterday. Like, it is a cool picture.
Yeah. So just wanted to highlight that. Cops out there tackling dudes with bombs. That's the stuff that we really should be highlighting. Our society should be highlighting it. People should be recognizing it. Mamdani should be saying things like, I'm not just proud of our law enforcement. I'm specifically proud that these cops ran and chased after dudes with bombs and tackled them to the ground.
Yeah.
If anybody knows anything about Muslim terrorists, sometimes they like to self-detonate. And these cops ran and tackled him to the fucking ground. And you know what's in the back of their head?
Yeah.
And they did it anyways, dude. That is a fucking cop. That is a fucking cop. And that should put the NYPD back on the map as far as how we look at them and how they should be perceived and how they should act. You know, that the rest of the NYPD should be looking at men like this and men like the other, you know, ones that tackled these fuckers to the ground, knowing that secondary explosives or suicide vests are a factor in how they do things.
Yeah. And that's, you know, that's, you don't really go through that one in your head in roll call. Like, hey, I might tackle a terrorist today and he might have a bomb strapped to him. Like, that's kind of like, that's not on the list, but you see these guys react, and and he's older. He's an older guy. Probably kind of like the guy we talked yesterday, has quite the history of real police work, because at one point NYPD was pretty legit. You know, Giuliani came in and cleaned those streets up, got rid of that whole nasty district on 42nd Street, and cleaned up the prostitution and those shows and all those, you know, movie parlor places. And there was a time when they got really hard on crime and strict, and that guy looks like he probably comes from that time when NYPD was getting after it, and now it's far different, you know.
Take some notes, dudes.
Yeah.
There's another video about the NYPD. Now we gotta call it like we sees it. So yeah. I'm gonna play it. I'm also, while we play it, gonna go put the big screen on us, because it's sitting. I got a 95-inch TV and I'm staring at an email because I had it ready to go, and then I sent you the link, and then now it's an email up. I'm gonna play this while I do that.
Good.
Yo, bro, I don't even know what's going on, but nigga, I'm trying to go to the bathroom and look. Nigga got 12 in here praying. Bro, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on? 12 is in there praying right now, bro. What are you doing? Go pray in the car with a preacher. This ain't no fucking mosque, nigga. What's up with y'all niggas, bro? Look, in my ear too, nigga. This ain't no fucking mosque, nigga. Yeah. You on this? Yeah, I do. You on this? Yeah, I do. Okay. Yo, bro, I don't even know what's going on, but nigga, I'm trying to
walk the line on this one.
Look, nigga got 12 in here praying. Bro, what's going on? What's going on?
Did it replay?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. So, what's your thoughts on that? Well, I'll give you something easy first. Do you think it's acceptable for a Christian cop to go in the closet of a private store and start praying? Would we look at that as wrong? And
Probably.
Obviously, that store owner has every right to be mad that law enforcement's in his back room doing some kind of religious prayer. But is it biased?
I think yes, I'm not going to lie. It's definitely biased, but I guess this goes into, how do I walk this? If your religion, and that's where we get into like women and combat women and all these things, the women's bodies do different things. That's the reason why it's tough for them to go to war. So if your religion requires you to stop doing your job, could you we just switch places?
I know I did it on purpose. I like having the comments on the screen, but with me, it doesn't block me, but it blocks you. So
right, I'm gonna have to read my OCD is
that just fucked you up, huh?
Dude, fucking mid-sentence. But I'm fucking done. I'm like Lewis, man. I'm fucking out. But you know, if you something you are participating in religion, because you know you have freedom of religion, you can do whatever. But if it causes you to have to do something different, this is where I kind of draw the line. Like, your religion makes you stop your job on the spot and go do a certain thing.
Yes.
How do we say, well, what if the robbery call comes out? What if, you know, you're on a call? Do you stop the call? Do you go do it? That's where I look at, like, sometimes this police job requires you to do some different things. And like we see these fucking gay police wives that, oh, my husband's table is his computer. He's out protecting. Well, the motherfucker knew that when he signed up. Like we all knew that we are going to miss Halloween and fucking New Year's and Thanksgiving and Christmas. We knew it. Nobody snuck it in like, hey, by the way, like all of a sudden. So I have no sympathy for even that aspect. We chose to do it. This is what we wanted to do. Just like going to war, just like doing the military, you're going to work holidays, you're going to work. So if your religion requires you to stop working or go hide in a bathroom, I just don't think that's appropriate. You're going to have to skip it that day. You're working. Now, you can also have the devil's advocate. You're going to go eat Chipotle. You're going to fuck off. You're going to go text. You're going to go on Instagram. Okay, you're right. But
I could respond to.
Yeah, I can put it down. You're stopping your day. And what if that guy's an armed subject? He comes in, or he knows that every day that guy's going to be in there doing that. I'm going to go rob that store across the street while he's over there on his knees in the back room. Like, I just, if it requires you to stop doing your job, I don't know that it's acceptable.
Yeah, I just think that, and of course that the second one was like, oh yeah, and he's like, yeah, and he's like, all right. Like he tried being a tough guy cop, and that store owner wasn't fucking having it. And he goes, all right.
He used the word too.
Yeah. With an A.
Adjective. It's an adjective. In that situation, we got it. I got some for his ass too. Thursday. Ooh. The fucking commie. Oh, I got something. I got something. He's not gonna answer the question, but we're gonna mute him. And I'm going to make him listen to my question. And every time he doesn't answer, that black dude I follow that asks the really funny questions. He's there with that. What the hell is his fucking name?
Does he wear the big hat?
No, not the one with the big hat. He's like, let me get his name. Hold on. He asks the same question over and over when nobody answers. He's like a pastor. Hold on.
I don't know.
He's great. You know if I see him. Hold on. Let me find him. Dude, talk about something. Jesse, hold on.
I don't know people by name. I know him by face.
Hold on, you'll know when I see him. If I can fucking.
Yeah, but for those listening, we just watched a viral video of a store owner in New York City who sounds African American.
Going to meet and know how.
And he found an NYPD Muslim cop praying in his back room, and was like, "What the fuck?" So that's that. What are we waiting on, Mike? You sending me something?
Yeah, this guy.
We're just whole show's waiting on you. All right, got it. Boom.
Hold on.
Oh, yeah, that dude asked the fucking.
Here. Play this one. Okay. The second one I sent you.
All right.
You agree with the Sharia law?
I follow the Sharia law wherever I go because a lot of people don't understand what the Sharia means. Sharia just means following the practice of Islam, the teachings of Islam. So praying 5 times a day is Sharia. Being good to my neighbor is Sharia. Taking care of my children is Sharia. So I practice Sharia wherever I am because Sharia just means pathway to God.
Sharia.
Whoever leads me to God, I do it wherever I am.
Would you die for your faith?
Would I die for my faith?
Yes.
100%, yeah. Any day. In war, in combat, where they have a male combatant against another male combatant, Muslim against another faith, then yes, I would die for my faith in that kind of environment, which is what Islam teaches.
Do you agree with the Sharia law?
Is it resetting?
Yeah.
I follow the Sharia.
Yeah. So he's very good at asking questions because he doesn't get worked up, and he's very right leaning. He believes in the Bible to the T. And he gets people on that tell him, white people come on and tell him that black people are oppressed, and he'll ask them like, he'll ask, what can you do that I can't do? And they have no answer. But he's very good at, and that's where I'm going with this. The communist is, I'm not going to stop asking the question. Like he's going to have to answer it, or he's going to be done. Because I got him. I'm just going to leave it at that. Because I got him in the comments, pretty much shitting on an entire group of people, which he claims to be Mr. Everybody's great. So we'll see what he's got Thursday, and he's going to either answer it, or I'm going to mute him, and he's going to have to hear it again, and then he's going to answer the question. And if he doesn't answer the question, we're not going further.
What if you drive him away, Mike, and he doesn't want to talk to us anymore?
We'll find another communist. There's plenty of them out there. I'm not going to be mean. I'm not going to be mean. I want an answer. You know, he's very demanding of answer. I went into I have a very close relative that lives right here in the house, and did a lot of background. Yeah, did a lot of background on him, and he's just a year out of school. And I went to his website, and she went to, and did some research on his beliefs and everything, and it's pretty interesting stuff. But he asked us. I'll say this before we get there. He asked us to go to Oakland because we sing rap music, right?
He said, "Go to Oakland and try that." Right?
I would challenge him to go back to Paris Island, where the Marines are graduating this week. We're in the middle of a war with Iran, and go tell all those young 20-year-old Marines what a piece of shit they are for joining the military. And I believe he would fare probably as well as we would in Oakland.
Yeah.
I don't think he would do well. I don't think he would do well.
Every Marine I've talked to, he's the only Marine that I've ever heard Marines say, I want him to denounce his status as a Marine. I've never heard them say that about Harvey Oswald or the fucking Texas Bell shooter. I've never heard him say anything about that. I've heard so many Marines say he is not a Marine. Like that, he needs to turn in his fucking Eagle Globe and Anchor. He needs to fucking stop wearing his dress blues. Stop using it for his stupid propaganda. You know,
because if you denounce something the way he does, you should not identify as that anymore. What I would think, like, you hate the government, you're communist, you hate the Marine Corps. It's kind of like the fucking IED blast guy lies about having an IED. Like, you're using something you can't that you denounce. You hate this, but you identify even with your username. Seems like you're using that in your advantage, something you hate. So it doesn't make sense to me. And then, like I said, I got him, you know, the comments back and forth, and in there he makes a very interesting statement that denounces an entire group of people, and that's very confusing to me. So I'm gonna bring that up on Thursday and see how he wants to answer that question. I'm gonna be educated Thursday. Unfortunately, I'm a little educated Thursday. Hate it.
Aquapunk has a great point. You could have Nick dress up differently and be a commie plant in that segment. I think we should buy Nick Elsa wig and have him have the braids and put on like a ball cap and do his best representation of a socialist.
Yeah, Nick's a character, man.
Dude, Nick is fucking.
You got to do it though, man. Like it's like telling him, hey man, this stock's going to go through the roof. We know it. We got all the intel. You got to buy some of it. And he's like, nope, not doing it. And we're like, bro, you're onto something. Like, you're onto something. But Nick's a treasure. I can't wait till him and the Marine talk.
Let's see here. I have this video kind of going back to what you were saying about asking people about Sharia law.
Asked you.
Let me finish.
I asked you to believe I should be killed today.
And I answered you, sir.
Yes or no?
I answered you.
Yes or no?
I answered you.
And I said yes.
You want me to answer?
I said.
Yeah, you answered me.
In a proper Islamic jurisdiction, an Islamic nation, all of the laws of Islam and the Sharia, as revealed by God, should be applied.
So if we were in that kind of state, would you do it?
Including
I'm not the one that
with proper due process, with a proper court hearing, just like any nation of laws, the laws of the Sharia should be applied, including the death penalty for not only apostates but also blasphemers.
You didn't answer me, yes or no?
We did answer.
Yes, we did answer.
Yeah, so I should be killed.
We did answer.
I deserve to be killed because I left Islam and became a Christian.
According to Islamic law, an apostate like you would be killed. Yes.
Okay, thank you.
And according
to asked you.
Wow, interesting. You have to force this shit out of fucking people, but Islamic law states that you have to be killed if you convert to Christianity. What kind of fucking psycho ass shit is that?
Well, it's one way of putting it.
What?
I mean, it's pretty wild. I mean, it is. But then, as a Christian, and I'm going to play devil's advocate, as a Christian, obviously there's things that are absolutely non-negotiable. So if you have a religion, and I'm not saying obviously I'm not Muslim, but they believe that they've been, their God.
Does Christianity demand the death of other people if they
No,
convert?
no. I'm not saying no. But
I think that the non-negotiable things are non-negotiable.
There's also you go downstairs, right? There's a eternally, like, you're down, spend the rest of eternity in hell.
Yeah, but I'm talking about like how Christianity makes us act as humans. We're not allowed to judge. We're really not allowed to punish either. We do as a society because that's how we keep law and order, but we're not allowed. We don't have the authority to condemn someone to hell. We don't have the authority to kill someone for converting.
Yeah, you're right.
And so, I don't know. I think that people need to understand this is Sharia law. They will kill you. And I think Muslim, that's starting to come out as far as these people forcing Muslims to say this out loud, even the ones that want to be politically correct, a little bit more easy on the ears. They're forcing them to say this. And then the next step is the Jews, because there's a lot of Jewish scripture that state that Christianity
got it out.
They say a lot of things about Christians.
Damn it. I didn't save it.
Does the Jews sound worse than Jewish people? I think the Jews, like if you were to say the blacks instead of just saying black people, it makes it seem like
the Jews.
Maybe I should just say Jewish people.
I said that somewhere in a meeting, and I was told I shouldn't have said that.
The blacks or the Jews?
The Jews. No, the Jews.
Don't drink the Jews.
I don't remember why I said it, but I was like, I thought this was America. Like, I keep getting confused on everything.
That's what I'm saying. And I'm not very educated on this, guys. And I see the Instagram videos. I see the YouTube videos. They do not like Christians. They don't respect us. They Sharia sounds like a woman from Atlanta.
You're breaking the statute. Play the video, not the one that starts in 2-3, the one that starts in 3F. I forget what the fuck it is. So hopefully it's nothing bad. But I downloaded it for a reason. Oh, no, here we go.
Okay, now fuck up my face. You lied to me, and then you want to play this fucking lawyer shit?
You lied to me.
Get the fuck out my face. Don't play victim in my fucking face. Thank you. Yo, name is.
It's like you and Jimmy in the lobby.
Thank you. Stop fucking drinking.
I would have been married.
Damn, dude, this is like identical.
You sound fucking drunk.
Get out, huh? That's pretty good, right? That applied.
All right, get out, huh? Yes. Okay.
Go back. That's pretty much. Go back to the beginning. We got this is Miami Beach. No vests. Not one of them. In a disturbance, working the road. You got your 30 by 30 female. It's her month this month. Happy Women's Month. You guys are the greatest. You got all these. You got this beta black dude yelling and screaming. You got all these other guys, jacked and tan here. No vest. Disturbance calls. Downtown district. Guns, drugs, Miami, Scarface, Tony Montana. No, they're not wearing vests. They're wearing polos with their body cam attached to it. Again, go forward.
Black dude ain't wearing a vest?
No, not even a chance.
The guy started arguing everything, and I
He's not wearing one.
I know.
Okay, now fuck up my face. You lied to me,
polos,
and then you want.
They're polos. They're no vests.
I can't really. I mean, I can't.
No, I'd wait till he walks forward. I'm assure you, I wouldn't put it up. They're no vests. It's Miami Beach. They don't wear them.
Play this fucking lawyer shit. Get the fuck out my face. Don't play victim in my fucking face.
Okay. Tough guy. Shorts, sneakers. Anyway,
you're gonna have every cop in Miami hate you once they have a mandatory vest rule because of you.
Hopefully, it saves one of their lives, and then they can hate me really much. Their wives and children can fucking really hate me. Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know why anybody would not wear a vest. There's no reason. I don't care if they're a bicycle, motor, because motor cops wear them, but there's no reason not to wear a vest. And you're talking Miami. We see all the fucking craziness at Miami. It's fucking Grand Theft Auto. They made a whole fucking video game about it. Like, come on, man. But once you go south Broward County's still okay. We're Justin worked all that area, and they're okay. Broward. Dude, once you go south into Miami-Dade, fucking forget it, dude.
Forget it.
And then that next video is really good.
The Prussian says Muslimani Dominite. That's Latin.
Yeah.
He says they would not let him. Super chats won't let him say Muslim.
That's insane, isn't it?
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy? This one's long.
Okay.
You don't have to play it all. It's long, but it's some of your people doing their thing.
My people.
You catch a guy to push this shit in space.
It's a nice neighborhood. Look, there's trees.
It is. It is. It's got a driveway and a car.
Yeah.
Oh, he's doing the whole hands down thing. Don't make me get dangerous, dog.
Yeah, I fight by myself. It's only one person fight. It's one person.
Yeah, gun. What is that?
That's a fucking AK-47, dude.
Holy shit! Come fight me. Come fight me. I have an AK-47.
Yeah.
Man, they need to do something. I'm trying to. Hey, yo, tripping on fuck all that.
Huh?
Maybe it's a regular rifle. Looks like a regular 5.56.
Dude,
that's one of the most dangerous looks in Earth right there, man. Black female with the thing on. She'll kill you 7 ways, man.
Catch the one. Man, wet the bitch up, man. Fuck
no. Wet the bitch up,
hey, y'all.
Huh? He said he's gonna wet the bitch up. He's gonna kill him. Somewhere, if your buddy was in here, this would be our fault. Go ahead.
Oh, gotcha.
They calling the police. They calling the police. They calling the police.
Nigga for the tricks, you know, 3 baby.
They go to police. They go to police, man. Man, they right there behind you. They behind you. They behind you. Man, come behind you. Over with.
Go, son.
Go. He's only one person fight.
Oh, shit. I skipped. What'd you say?
I said them crackers is behind you, man. Oh,
shit. It gets good.
We got some proned out action. Stay tuned.
Go, son. Go, Nisha. Go, Nisha. Go, Nisha. Go.
He pulled over.
Go.
Get this bitch.
Don't get that to me, man. On my soul.
Man, get out. I'm not taking.
I have to pause it when you talk because they're so fucking loud. I can't hear you.
I know. I think imagine like this is real life. This is some daughter. This is somebody's kid. Like they're fucking got a gun in the car. They were threatening to kill people. And the fucking cops are coming, and they're fucking excited about it. They're having a good time. Go ahead.
These people have never left the block, dude. This is exciting for them.
Get the hands up, y'all. Be cool.
I ain't got shit on me. Get back in the car.
Oh my God.
Get on the ground. On your
Drop it on the
stomach.
floor
On
right
your
there.
stomach. Get on the ground. Get on the ground, man. Get on the ground. Get on the ground.
I'm on the ground.
On your stomach. Turn around. Man, I'm gonna.
More important to record.
Not to do I don't know anything about the traffic stop. There could be there, but I believe I probably would have conducted a felony stop on this car. I don't think I would have pulled it over with me and a partner, but
no,
blackmail with an AK threatening to shoot somebody.
We don't know how much
I don't know.
hell they had. Obviously, it could have been just a disturbance, but yes,
Yeah.
And the gun is laying on the floorboard of the car.
They got him at a gunpoint, so they had to have known there's some kind of gun involved.
Bumping into me, 3 baby, you know.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
Look at dude looking all around except for where he's fucking pointing that pistol.
Hey man.
I mean, I get it, dude. I get it. You got to be situationally aware. That's what I'm saying. Like when you have 3 or 4 cops with you, you can stay focused on where you're pointing your lethal fucking weapon at, and in case you got to pull the trigger, you're not looking totally to the fucking right when you need to do it.
November flag. I'll play cop for a minute, even though I hate it. If you're being serious, like what is a felony stop? A felony stop would be you would stay back behind your car with cover, using the pillars to have some metal between you, and you would one by one use your PA to announce.
And you'd have multiple squad cars with you.
Yeah, you'd have like 3 or 4 people, 2 or 3 cars involved, multiple people. One person talks, and you would one by one have somebody step out, spin around, make sure they have guns, walk them back, put them on their knees, handcuff them. Like it's a whole process. This stop would take 25, 30 minutes to get everybody out one by one. It's the safest way. This is a little reckless, and they're probably lucky they didn't come out with the heater because his buddy looks like he's a little chunky. But that would be a felony stop or a high-risk traffic stop, however you want to call it. That's my police stuff for the day.
He said, "Thanks for explaining." Didn't know.
Yeah, that's taught. That's that's taught a lot.
We practice that a lot.
In the academy, you learn that in training, and there's new technology or new training out there that we used to think the engine block was safe, and it's not. You use the actual pillars of the car where the metal is the most reinforced, so that for rollovers and stuff, you use that metal to your advantage. To you don't put the door in front of you because the door's fucking useless. The bullets go right through it. So you kind of angle your car, you get behind it in the right way, use the pillars, and it gives you the most protection from bullets. So that's a felony stop. I didn't really watch it all. If you want to fast forward, it looks pretty boring.
I just hide down behind your back.
That's it. But
good video.
My question, I look at that video and I think, how would the Marine make that our fault?
If somebody got shot?
No, just because the people were acting like that.
The oppressive police. You cannot go around threatening people in society with AK-47s and not be confronted by law enforcement. We would live in the most lawless fucking land in the world if law enforcement didn't. And I know,
but it exists. It's there. It's in the cities, and that's the whole argument. It's our fault the cities are like that. We did it. How do you fix it? He knocks we were going back and forth in the DMs, all three of us, and send in the armored vehicles. Like, this is a really good call for an armored vehicle. Like, why would you not? I mean,
you can't get an armored vehicle there that fast.
No, I'm just saying though, he would mock it that even if they did, like SWAT comes, he didn't want SWAT coming with an armored vehicle to save his family. He wanted them to die. So it's what do we do? Counseling is not going to help. I can assure you that. You can counsel all day. It's not going to flip this narrative back.
I've got a couple good videos. We're going to go out of order a little bit. This was just interesting to me. Don't really know. Kind of is borderline heading towards the conspiracy side of the house. But so far, the last 10 years, everything's been right. So maybe we're just a little ahead of ourselves. But check this out, Mike.
Apple in Israel will now be able to read your private thoughts. Apple has bought an Israeli AI company, QAI, which will let them monitor your silent communication. Wow. That was a lot of scary words in one sentence. One of the biggest tech companies in the world with all your info just spent $2 billion to buy a company which detects all your racist thoughts by your blinking pattern. QAI has ties to Israeli military, so make sure to blink "I love Mossad" once a day. The company uses computer vision sensors capable of detecting micro movements of the facial skin, cheeks, and jaw during internal speech or whispering. Apple say they will use it to improve their Apple Vision Pro and other technology. Yeah, sure. They totally don't want to use it to read and control your mind. Luckily, bad things are soon forbidden to think. The US part of TikTok was bought by the bunch of mega investment funds, Trump supporters, and Zionists.
And now we have a country of our own, defended by all the brave men and women of the IDF. So anything we can do to support them, who devote their lives for preserving the state of Israel, keeping the people safe, and allowing our state to continue.
Many TikTok users report no views on their videos if they talk about certain political issues. And you have the CEO of TikTok US saying this.
We made a change to designate the use of the term Zionist as a proxy for a protected attribute as hate speech. So if somebody were to use Zionist, of course you can use it in the sense of you're a proud Zionist. But if you're using it in the context of degrading somebody, calling somebody a Zionist as a dirty name, then that gets designated as hate speech. We also have, I think, over 24 Jewish organizations that are constantly feeding us intelligence and information when they spot violative trends.
This is, of course, not new. It's just more powerful. In the 50s to the 70s, CIA's Operation Mockingbird program had the CIA recruit over 400 journalists from major outlets like the New York Times and CBS to plan propaganda against communism.
Do you have any people being paid by the CIA who are contributing to a major circulation American journal?
We do have people who submit pieces to American journals.
This is just the next evolution of surveillance, information harvesting, and mass mind control. So buckle up. Apple in Israel will...
Ooh. do you think about that, Mike?
Okay, here we go. You have to play this. You have to play this. I'm gonna send it to. Be careful.
Does this have anything to do with what we just watched?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Come from Michael Dilks.
Got it.
This is where we are. And this video came out in the 60s, but this is where we are.
He did a radio piece on how to destroy America, the social fabric of it.
If I were the Prince of Darkness, I'd want to engulf the whole world in darkness, and I'd have a third of its real estate and 4/5 of its population, but I wouldn't be happy until I had seized the ripest apple on the tree. So I'd set about, however necessary, to take over the United States. I'd subvert the churches first. I'd begin with a campaign of whispers. With the wisdom of a serpent, I would whisper to you as I whispered to Eve, do as you please. To the young, I would whisper that the Bible is a myth. I would convince them that man created God instead of the other way around. I would confide that what's bad is good and what's good is square. And the old I would teach to pray after me, Our Father, which art in Washington. And then I'd get organized. I'd educate authors in how to make lurid literature exciting so that anything else would appear dull and uninteresting. I'd threaten TV with dirtier movies and vice versa. I'd peddle narcotics to whom I could. I'd sell alcohol to ladies and gentlemen of distinction. I'd tranquilize the rest with pills. Wow. If I were the devil, I'd soon have families at war with themselves, churches at war with themselves, and nations at war with themselves, until each in its turn was consumed. And with promises of higher ratings, I'd have mesmerizing media fanning the flames. If I were the devil, I would encourage schools to refine young intellects, but neglect to discipline emotions. Just let those run wild. Wow. Until before you knew it, you'd have to have drug-sniffing dogs and metal detectors at every schoolhouse door.
Holy shit.
Within a decade, I'd have prisons overflowing. I'd have judges promoting pornography. Soon I could evict God from the courthouse, then from the schoolhouse, and then from the houses of Congress. And in his own churches, I would substitute psychology for religion and deify science. I would lure priests and pastors into misusing boys and girls and church money. If I were the devil, I'd make the symbol of Easter an egg and the symbol of Christmas a bottle. If I were the devil, I'd take from those who have and give to those who wanted until I had killed the incentive of the ambitious. And what'll you bet? I couldn't get whole states to promote gambling as the way to get rich. I would caution against extremes in hard work, in patriotism, in moral conduct. I would convince the young that marriage is old-fashioned.
I don't think we'll get kicked. I'm pausing it real quick. You want me to keep going?
It's about the end of it. I think it stops. But that to me falls under what we just watched. Like that was in the 60s. That's Paul Harvey, I believe, talking about how to kill America. And when you go down that timeline and you kind of sprinkle in social media, obviously he didn't realize apps and Instagram and all that would be, but he's right on the right path of what we're seeing, which is that kind of goes with the video watch. Technology is now going to continue that and destroy us. That's I've said it all along, AI, and that is going to destroy the world as we know it. There's no rules. There's no consequences. Everything needs to be told why. If you can't put your finger on it, it doesn't exist. And that's, we're the last, I would say, I was in church my whole life growing up, and that made me, without being a psychopath or having some chemical issue or being mentally ill, that just gave you a foundation for, well, I'm not supposed to do bad things. And this is why, because I went to, and I learned all this stuff. And if anything, it keeps me from doing bad things. And that's a guideline. We've lost all direction of that. We've lost. Now, this thing tells you that you can do whatever the fuck you want. You can cut your fucking dick off. You can become a girl. You can become a boy. You can do anything you want that day you feel like doing it. And that, what you showed with the AI and the apps combined with what that is just death of society.
Yeah.
Death of society. And when you get passionate people like Nick's rant is very passionate, but that's like the last of what we really need. That's like what we need to hear. And you got the Marine guy who pushes all this other stuff, like do whatever you want, do whatever you want.
We need it. I mean, we really should be pushing Christianity. Once you remove God from everything, it falls apart. And
Yep.
I mean, from what I gather, Satan is about as smart as your smartest fucking CIA operative. The smartest person launching a campaign is 20 times smarter than that. He is 10 steps ahead of civilization. He knows exactly what he's doing when he plays his pawns. When he's right now, we're in a game of chess with him, and all you have to do is give your faith to God, and you can be protected from that, because Satan can't read your thoughts. That's the only thing he can't do. He's not, you're not of his blood in his body. You are of Christ, but he is smarter than any one person by large on this planet.
Yeah. And can you, like, what I try to think of, and that's when I say, like, obviously things have changed. There was always violence. There was always problems. I'll be 50. It was when I was a kid, it was far different. And if you can't convince me, if everyone followed that model, what you just said, that the world wouldn't be a better place. You have to believe it and you have to follow it. It's rules, just like a statute book has rules. There's rules in the Bible, but you can't convince me if you had a society of everybody following the Bible and you put them out over here, and then you put another society that has anarchy and freedom to do whatever they want, and you put it over here, 1,000 out of 1,000, that society that follows the Bible, whether you disagree with it, agree with it, I'm not trying to get into religion, but that society is going to win every single time based on rules, treating others fairly, doing the right thing, not falling to temptation. And this society is going to go crazy about, porn and sex and drugs and gambling, all the things that I like, but I'm not allowed to. I'm being funny, but just all those things are going to social media, status. I need to feel important versus I'm over here and I'm part of a group, and together we all follow this, and we love thy neighbor. We do all these things, and that society on that side is going to win every single time. And unfortunately, we're here. We're in this society over here where, I mean, dude, the gambling one is what got me. Do I like to gamble? Yes, but look how gambling is everywhere. There was a time when you couldn't talk about gambling with the NFL in conjunction. Now the fucking real-time odds, and you can bet on ESPN. Everything is there for you to do everything wrong. Yeah. Every website. You go right on your fucking UFC. You're watching UFC. It's like the live line. Go bet right now. Go bet right now. Go bet right now. Gambling, I know it. I'm not stupid. I know it's bad. Like, I like to do it as bad. It leads to bad things. Broke, alcoholism, depression, breakdown of the family, just like prostitution and all that other sex and all that. All those things lead to issues, but they're like at the forefront. Instagram is full of models and craziness and OnlyFans. So it's like everything that will cause a destruction of society is now glorified through the media.
And I tell people this all the time, man. The shirt "Prepare for War" is very, very influenced by the spiritual warfare that we go through every single day. When you start cutting sin out of your life, and sin can be anything. Sin can be porn. Sin can be fucking gluttony. Sin can be alcohol, gambling, infidelity. You start cutting things like that out of your life, and you start following the word of Christ. Life gets hard. You start waking up in the morning every fucking day at 6 a.m, but your anxiety goes away. You're clear-headed. You start accomplishing so much. And then the important part of that is remembering all day, every day, why you do it and why you're laying in bed at night when, night times when everybody wants to do it. Night times when you want to go gamble. Night times when you want to go out. Night times when you want to have a beer. Nights when you want to fucking text people and do some wild shit. It's structure, it's discipline, it's living by Christ. The award that comes with that is astronomical.
Yeah.
But life's hard, and you have to prepare for war every fucking day. When you wake up, you prepare for every single battle. You're clear head. You've got God on your side. You've got Christ listening to you. You have all of these things, but you have to prepare for war, which, like I said, means discipline, structure, following the word of Christ, being a leader in your household, not thinking. And what that video said is like, being good is being square. You have to teach your kids being good is not square, and you are going to get laughed at and made fun of for doing good sometimes. And you have to hold your head proud and trust in your Father who is trusting in Jesus, and it's all, and in doing that in today's world is very, very, very difficult and challenging, and that's why I say prepare for war every fucking day.
And and A. Slater says you're right. There are terrible people that have hidden behind the Bible and Christianity and been horrible humans. That's the minority. That's the ones we see. That's like everything else in this society I'm talking about. That means people would follow it and actually do it the right way. Yes, there are horrible humans throughout our society, and over we've seen.
But if I was Satan, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to tempt those people because it's like tempting the cop. It's like the dirty cop. That dirty cop just ruined it for every good cop out there. That dirty Christian, that dirty priest, that dirty, pastor just fucking putting that doubt in your mind right now that you said that. What about all the people? That's what he wants. That's what the fucking evil one wants. That's what the enemy wants.
And it comes in many ways. It doesn't even have to be evil things. It's just the intrusive thoughts. Like I joke a lot of when I leave the show, usually when I leave Orlando and drive home, especially after the night shift, I will drive sometimes an hour and 45 minutes without ever turning the radio on. And I'll just that's my time to like unwind. But that's when that's a lot of the battles is like not letting things pop in your head that are going to like ruin your mood or make you upset. Like those thoughts, you have to stay positive. You're right. It's harder to stay positive and to stay on the right path than it is to just go, fuck it, dude. I'm going to get mad about this. I'm going to get mad about that. I'm going to take this out on somebody. I'm going to yell. I'm going to be a dick. But it takes more focus. But you're right. You will feel better. And, we joke about the energy drinks and all that. That's a physical way of looking at it for me is like over time of not flooding my body with caffeine, which seems like the right thing to do because it makes you energetic. I've actually got more energy without it. It's the very same thought. If you let those intrusive thoughts constantly battle in your mind, you're going to be snappy. You're going to be on edge. But if you just allow yourself to be comfortable with like, this is good where I'm at. I have everything I need. Let me treat others, that right way. And don't let those things bottle up in your head. And that's, I'm not super religious. I do believe, and I believe in doing right things and doing right by God. I know I don't go to church and there's some flaws in me, but that concept is what drove me throughout my career and drives me in life. Just don't be a piece of shit and do the right thing when nobody's looking and be good to people. There's times you have to be bad to people. We know that, but overall, that's how I operate. So that's my version of it. And I think what we're seeing is the downfall of everything with
morals,
communist Marines. not blaming him in general, but that concept alone is it's pretty wild.
I'd love to have people on that explain how, the Jewish religion is demonic and satanic in nature, how communism is satanic in nature. There's been people that have been pretty respectful, but they're like, you talk about all this, you're not giving Satan the time of day, but you're giving a communist, and communism is, the devil. And I'm like, oh man, that's a good point.
Would you not want to point out, I mean, in my opinion, and I'll say it, I think everything he says is wrong. So if he's going to go sprout it, I mean, that's a word, sprout. Whatever he's going to go spout it to everybody anyway, let's bring it out. And then I'm going to point out Thursday, like some of the things he says that are atrocious. So, I guess that kind of goes against what you're saying. I mean, we could spin this every which way. You talked about not even giving the devil a chance to talk. I guess it's showing people don't do this is the way I look at it. Like,
yeah, I mean, it's people talking at the end of the day. I don't know. Funny thing, back way before Brent was even on our show, I think I said this. I interviewed the Church of Satan because I was intrigued. I was kind of like, oh, I'm going to be like Joe Rogan. And they're just a bunch of fucking retards that don't believe in religion at all. And they want religion removed from state. That's what they want. They don't want religion at all in the government. And so what they do is they just use like Baphomet, and they use all this imagery of Satan to piss everybody off. Like, oh, if you're going to have a statue of Jesus, we can have a statue of Baphomet. And most of society is like, what the fuck? But they think they're right in the sense, well, you can have that, we can have that, so we both shouldn't have that. Their goal is to remove it. And at the end of the day, you look, and we have to have Christ in our government. We have to have Christ in our population and in our culture, or it just goes to shit.
Yeah, look at it. Like, I mean, it's the timeline. Everybody went to church when I was a kid. Everybody. Like, I was in church with hundreds of kids in this massive Lutheran Sunday school, old church, huge, man. And and it's like, now nobody does. And you can put them together. You can find the connection that things are going far differently in 2026 versus, when I was a kid in 1986, things weren't happening like they are right now. So you can kind of go along a timeline. I'm not saying it's just people not going to church, but just that mentality of society then in 40 years to now, it's fucking night and day, and it's only going to get worse.
You were like what, 20 in 1986?
No, it's 13.
Oh
no, 10. I'm sorry, 10. I was 20. 13.
That's crazy though. Imagine what another 40 years is gonna be like.
Yeah, and I mean, just think about, like, I got sent again today. There is a page of female cops, 436,000 followers. It's AI. It's AI. 400, and I get it sent to me like, look at these. This is a terrible. I'm like, bro,
it's like, brother, as much as I want this to be real,
they're driving down the road topless, like with a bra on. They're in a, it's fake, like it's not real. But 436,000 human beings have clicked follow, and people are sending to me mad about it. I'm like, and then there's a link, and people are paying for it. Like, I'm just like, that's the devil. That's the devil at work right there. And now the devil's got technology, and the devil has lack of accountability, and it's gonna get bad, dude. It's gonna get bad.
And the first
AI is the biggest problem we have right now.
The first thing they did, you can say it's the communists, you can say it's the liberals, but it's the devil, is that they told women, well, first off, they made men impure. They started being they infiltrated men, and men became sinners, and men started letting down females. That's where I will take the heat as a man. Even way before I was born, men had already dropped that ball. We created the feminist movement that we fight today because we sucked and we let sin take over. And so women now indirectly are now being told, well, you can do it without a man. And that's the devil's game. That's his game of chess. All he has to do is make not you, but a man go cheat on his wife. But he makes 100,000 men go cheat on his wife. Well, he doesn't make them. I'm sorry. He allows them to. Without the following of Christ, 100,000 men go cheat on their wives, ruin the relationship between man and woman, ruin the nuclear family, essentially. We want to sit there and blame communists for that. But, I mean, if you dig deeper, it's sin. And then now we've created the women not being in their place in society, right? We want women, I mean, to honor their husband, honor their family. We want women to be, I mean, it's hard now in today's economic crisis to be a stay-at-home mom, but we want women to want to do that. We want women to strive for that. We want women to be family women and take care of our children while men go out there and work. But we're losing this battle, and we did it to ourselves.
And I'm going to say it. I don't care if people get mad. It's primarily white people that have fucked that up.
Yeah.
Other races are reproducing at higher level than white people at this point, because they are keeping that, I think, together better. And we have fallen apart, and we are not reproducing. We are not doing the right thing. And we've created the Subaru Americans, and women think women, I don't care how hard they try, they can't reproduce. It doesn't matter. I don't care what way you try to spin it. They can't reproduce, and it's going to become a problem when they run out of people. They run out of people.
Yeah. I think we went 10 minutes over, which means we only get 50 minutes in Patreon.
Oh.
So guys, this is Patreon Tuesday. Technically, this is the broadcast that we do on YouTube, X, Facebook, the whole 9 yards. We'll be on Rumble soon. But the last hour today is solely devoted to Patreon. And you can join the lowest tier. You still get to watch this. And it gives us a chance to really engage with people in Patreon, engage with the comments. So if you haven't, go to the Patreon app for preferably on a desktop, because if you have an iPhone, it's going to charge you a lot more money. And sign up for Patreon. Sign up for our Patreon, and that way we get it.
Is it linked somewhere in the YouTube? You want to throw it up there?
Patreon?
Yeah, I'll send it. I can text it. I can't put it in. Okay.
I got it. Copy link. Boom, 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 boom. I don't know if it'll like link, but we can try. Does that look like a?
Yeah, they can copy that. All you gotta do is they're on there. Yeah, they can highlight it, copy it. Go to use your desktop to do that. Save some money. But we appreciate the Patreon. We exclude everything in there. Exclusive discounts one of these days. They have their own discounts. We have our different tier chats. They get memes first. They get all the back inside information of business operations. So please come on over and join Patreon, and we're going to go over there after the break.
Yep, we'll see you guys shortly. Thank you guys for joining us. If you don't join us for Patreon second half, Patreon Tuesday, we will see you tomorrow, Wednesday, Friends Day at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, Facebook, X, and YouTube.
JV team for life.